Hello. So today I want to tell you about the game Grackles from Fireside Games. And this is a game where you are trying to get your birds on the telephone wires because grackles are birds that are iridescent in color, as you can see here on the board, which are actually going to be the colors of the tokens we are using. And they like to hang out on telephone poles. I think they're probably members of the corvid family like ravens or crows, but I don't actually know for sure. So in this game, we are going to start out with these two tokens that have the triangles on them that are going to be our starting place. And then we have the rest of our tokens because we are going to be building a 5x5 grid. We can't go outside of that 5x5 parameter, but when you place a tile, you can place it in any orientation you want as long as it is connecting the telephone lines, which just means it's going to be flush with another tile and not diagonal. So on your turn, you are going to have all of your bird tokens. So you will have 45 of those. You have 5 tokens you can use to rotate an empty tile. These are the other players' tokens that they will have as well. And then you're going to get this little tile that tells you exactly what you can do on your turn. There are 4 options. You only get to do 1 per turn. So the first one, like I said, is place a tile. So you look and you place it any direction you want, connecting, not exceeding that 5x5 grid. Another thing you can do is you can build a line of your birds. So if I am purple, I could pick a starting spot of 2 purple dots and an ending spot. So there is 2 purples, and I then fill everything in between. It does not matter that the one below it was black. I am building a line, and that is my line. And whoever has the most birds tokens on the board at the end of the game is the winner. So then the other thing you can do on your turn is you can extend a line. So let's say that this happened to be here, this new tile. I could then extend my existing line. Now, the thing that gets tricky is you cannot ever then take a 90-degree turn off of your line, and you can't ever cross your line. Nobody else can cross your line either. So the longer your line is, the better for you point-wise, but also the more complicated it's getting for yourself and everyone else. And then the other option that you have is you can rotate an empty tile as your turn. You can only do that 5 times. So if I wanted to rotate an empty tile, I would do that and I would get rid of one of those. Those are my 4 options. I can place a tile, I can start a line, I can extend a line, or I can rotate a tile. And everybody else is going to be doing the exact same thing. So maybe green on this turn, they're going to go ahead and build this line. So you can see how things start getting very filled up very quickly. And then blue likes this option. So, and like I said, where we cannot cross lines, let's say I put this here. Well, I can't go here and here and be like, oh yeah, I'm just making a new line because I cannot cross existing lines. So it gets filled up, decisions get tricky. And at the point that someone can no longer take one of those given actions, that will end the game, and whoever has the most birds on the board will be the winner. So I love the theme of the grackles because they're iridescent in these 4 colors. They hang out on telephone lines. We're placing them on telephone lines, but really it's a lot of strategy. It's a lot of planning ahead to try and block your opponents, but also leave moves for yourself while your opponents are doing the same thing. So I think this game is very creative, and it's one of those that when you're playing at 4, it is much more difficult to get longer lines than when you're playing at 2 in that head-to-head fashion. But I think Grackles is a great strategy game that plays quickly. It's rules light, but strategy deep, and is just a lot of fun. So if you've played it, let me know what you think of it. Give me a like and a follow, and I'll keep bringing you more board game content. Thanks. Bye.